pace and enabled by new technology.
Ray told a national security conference advancements in artificial intelligence raise particular concern.
Advances in generative AI, for instance, are lowering the barrier to entry, making it easier for both more and less sophisticated foreign adversaries to engage in malign influence.
I'm Ben Thomas.
Risking retribution from the Putin regime, hundreds have turned out in Moscow, paying their final respects to the late opposition leader Alexei Navalny and laid to rest in a Moscow cemetery. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with your regional radio forecast. Mixed precipitation possible at times. Today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 44, south winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 33. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, highs level off around 61. Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Right now, it's 36 degrees.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
As the seasons change, so does all the stuff in the air that trigger allergy season. CEO Paul Skowron here from Warner Hospital and Health Services, reminding you our walk-in clinic inside our Family Medicine Center is ready to treat those allergies that have you sneezing, blowing your nose, and just making you miserable. No appointment? No problem. Get to our walk-in clinic inside our Family Medicine Center at Warner Hospital at Health Services in Clinton and get feeling better fast.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is your land, the land of opportunity. And nothing should stand in the way of your soybean fields from reaching their fullest potential. Liberty Herbicide from BASF provides the freedom to use across the majority of today's trade platforms, including Enlist E3 and XtendFlex. Plus, excellent weed control and greater application flexibility for unmatched convenience. Experience the freedom of Liberty Herbicide from BASF. Visit yourliberty-herbicide.com. Always read and follow label directions.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Connexus will provide local, reliable, affordable, and speed-of-light fiber internet to Clinton. Get on the install list now by clicking the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. Fiber internet is coming to Clinton. Get on the install list now.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Friday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. The DeWitt County Sheriff's Office has a pair of new electronics they hope will help them better respond to certain emergencies in the future. Sheriff Mike Walker tells Regional Radio they have purchased a pair of drones they are currently in the process of getting trained on. He explains having the department's own drones is going to make for better responses to some emergencies.
That program's been in the works for quite a while, and we got those ordered here a while back, and we got them right after Christmas, about the first of the year. You know, it's one of those things that we get them, and we just can't take them out and start flying them. Since they're used by the agency and the people who are getting paid to use those, they have to be licensed pilots. Been fortunate. The guys that are going to be piloting them went down and with Macon County and watched some of their training, and they have the same, pretty much the exact same drones that we got. We actually got two of them. One of them is a bigger drone that has thermal imaging and lights and a loudspeaker and things. It's about 2 foot long and about 2 foot wide. It's pretty good size unit. It's heavy and can go. When they went down there to Macon County, they showed them some photos, or actually may have even taken theirs up to like 500 feet, and they could zoom in and identify somebody. So it's very state of the art stuff. And then we also got a small one that is smaller than your computer screen. We added that on in the package deal, and it can be flown in buildings. And actually, the guys got that out the other day and was flying it around the hallways of the sheriff's office. So it's going to be able to work perfectly for what we want to use it there.
According to Sheriff Walker, there are many circumstances they could use those drones for, and they have a lot of great features that will not hold up the primary uses, but also help with overall investigation of certain situations.
We hope to use them for, search and rescue. Say if we get a small child that may be playing somewhere and wander off into a cornfield, or, a dementia or Alzheimer patient that maybe wanders away from their caretaker. The big one especially would give us a benefit in trying to locate somebody, especially if they go into a cornfield or the timber or something. The thermal imaging on that will see the heat from them and be able to get us there. Obviously, for example, we had about a year and a half ago, we had a stolen vehicle that crashed and the occupants ran into a cornfield. Well, we did get a drone, but it took a little over an hour. It was McLean County's drone came back. Now the guys actually went in after him. Now all we'd have to do is set up a perimeter, get our drone out there, fly it over, use the thermal imaging, find them, and go in and get them. The other thing that our big drone can do, the technology is just amazing. So in that situation, say that guy had something of evidentiary value, whether it's something he stole or a weapon or something, and our drone sees that person throw that, say, a gun down in the cornfield, we have the ability to mark that with the GPS and then continue following that person and then come back later. So there's a lot more to it than just taking it out, playing with it, and flying it up in the air and going from there.
The sheriff explains these were purchased in response to last year's events in Kenny, but notes that isn't the only instance they've encountered where a drone would have been beneficial.
When we had the incident down in Kenny, we had the homicide down there, the drone would have been very useful to be able to find, look at different things and get some information a lot faster than we were able to, because we had to wait for people who had them and could use them properly and SWAT teams and things like that. After that, I went to the board and told them I was probably going to be coming to them asking for funds to do that. Got some prices and researched it. The last fiscal year, so FY23, which ended December 1st of 23, when I talked to him, the county manager, Dee Rentmeister, said that we could purchase these with funds that we still had left in the budget.
From COVID? Or
yeah, it wasn't ARPA money. It was just money that was left, excess funds, and it wasn't anything that was going to go above budget or anything. There was money there, and we did that because, like I told the board, at that time, within the last year or so, we'd had probably 3 or 4 incidences where we had a drone come in and do things, whether for us or a local fire department or something like that. And then there was another 4 or 5 incidents where, had we had our own drone, we could have utilized it to speed up a process. For example, we had a lady that, domestic situation, nobody could find her. She went to the hospital. She left the hospital on her own accord without being discharged. Well, they started looking for her. Well, her phone started pinging in the timber south of the IGA on Madison Street. Well, we guys were out there walking the timber trying to find her and everything. Well, if we had this, our bigger drone has the thermal imaging, we could have flew it over there, taken care of that in a matter of minutes rather than all night. They kept pinging that.
Sheriff Walker points out drones are becoming increasingly popular among local law enforcement agencies, and last year, Illinois passed laws around their use. The sheriff notes there are a lot of rules and regulations they have to follow when using a drone to respond to emergencies. Central Illinois high school students in a unique business class are hitting milestones as they embark on starting their own business. The Central Illinois and Sangamon Valley chapters of the CEO programs are starting the process of securing funding for their business startups. Melanie Brown is the facilitator of the Central Illinois CEO program and explains the next few weeks are significant for her students.
We had what we call classroom day, and we met at Homewood Inn and Suites, and we spent the first 45 minutes just everybody individually working on preparing for Banker Day, which is next week. That's where they will present their business plan and all of their financial projections to two different bankers. Probably ironic that I called it fun because I think it is the Achilles heel of most of my students right now. But it's neat to see the lights start to come on of connecting the products that they want to sell or create or the services that they're going to be offering in, and then like finding facts to support the pricing and then making projections of what they could potentially do this semester.
Yeah.
So that's really neat to see all of that come together. CEO is a program that is more project-based. And so we don't have, a quiz every Friday, or we don't have, you have to turn things in on necessarily certain dates. There's touch points. There's accountability. But I think that's an adjustment for the students in and of itself, where they're not used to that. They're used to, here's information, we're going to test or quiz on this, or here's a worksheet, it's due then. And so I'm showing them tools that they can use and how they can track this. But ultimately, it's when they show up for these presentations that it's on them to have it done. And yes, with 11 different students and 11 different businesses and business models, and then individuals of how they process things differently, it is fun. It's firing fast and adapting and just being innovative to help them succeed.
For the Sangamon Valley CEO program, this was a big week for them. Facilitator Lisa Shepard explains this week they did individual business pitches to secure funding.
The reason I had some questions is we have our board pitch tomorrow. So our program, what's neat about each chapter of CEO is that there are some pillars of the program that each chapter does, but then the order and how they regulate all those is different. Our students pitch to our board for their grants, and so same process where they have looked at what it takes to run their individual business and have had to run the real numbers, and the funding comes from their class business, but they will do those pitches tomorrow. And then we'll have Banker Day the week after we come back from Monticello's spring break, and have our mock Shark Tank in April and trade show May 1st.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job of transitioning and starting to really dive into those numbers, which are really, really hard. I mean, they're hard for adults and business owners, and to be doing it for the very first time. I'm always just really proud of the students for how seriously they take it and how much time and effort goes into each of their individual businesses.
Once the students receive funding for their business, they will continue the hard work to get the business off the ground and have it ready for trade show in May. Both the Central Illinois and Sangamon Valley CEO programs hold their trade shows May the 1st. The Central Illinois CEO program welcomes in students from Blue Ridge, Clinton, Maroa Forsyth, and Warrensburg Latham schools. Learn more about their chapter by visiting CentralIllinoisCEO.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram. The Sangamon Valley CEO program welcomes students from Argenta, Oriana, Bement, Cerro Gordo, DeLand Weldon, and Monticello schools. Learn more about them by visiting SangamonValleyCEO.com and also find them on Facebook and Instagram. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Enel North America is dedicated to creating long-term shared value for our host communities. Enel is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW-WEZC McLean County Community Spotlight, featuring the important work of a different McLean County nonprofit organization each month.
Hi, I'm Stephanie DeWitt, Director of Community Education and Training for the McLean County Children's Advocacy Center. We're a safe and child-friendly place where abused children can talk about their experiences with trained professionals. Our services include forensic interviews, advocacy, trauma-focused therapy, abuse prevention, and the use of our wonderful facility dog, Feta. Find out more by clicking the Children's Advocacy Center icon at mcleancountyil.gov.
Enel is a clean energy leader in North America and is working to electrify the economy and help build a net zero carbon future for Illinois. They're proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WECC McLean County Community Spotlight.
Soybeans from other brands simply don't match up with Brevant brand Enlist E3 soybeans. It's like winning family board game night versus winning a new family truck at halftime of a bowl game. Or catching a fish versus getting the local lake named after you for catching its legendary 40-pound bass. Or having a good soybean harvest versus having a soybean harvest so good, even your neighbor's dad says he's proud of you. Get a big win this harvest at Brevant.com/soybeans.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. A Blue Ridge student is heading to college in Florida to water ski. Blue Ridge senior Ty Meeker loves the beach and the water and says Florida Southern was the perfect fit for the next step in his water skiing career and professional ambitions.
Florida Southern is just a really cool school down in Florida, and I will be going to start competing at Division I level for water skiing, while also pursuing a business administration degree and a minor in international business. And I think it's going to be a great spot for me to pursue my water ski career and my academic career.
Meeker explains his father's love of the sport and growing up around water skiing started his love for the sport.
My dad owns a boat dealership here in Farmer City, Illinois, and he kind of grew up around the sport, has been in competitions throughout his life. And when I was 9, one day I was like, hey, I want to do this competition thing, and he took me to the state tournament, and I won the state tournament my first year of water skiing, and I was hooked ever since.
Since Meeker has taken up water skiing, his talents have led him to many distinguished events and accomplishments.
Yeah, so early in the fall, I kind of went out and put my scores up for grabs to be selected for Team USA. And early December, I was given the information that I would be a part of Team USA, which was really, really cool. Got to go down to Santiago, Chile, and compete for the United States of America, and ended up 15th in the world for under 17 division. It was really cool. Recently, we just did the whole signing thing. They listed 8-time Illinois state champion, a 20-time podium finisher over the 3 events in the Midwest region, and I'm a 2-time national podium finisher in the United States of America, as well as competing for Team USA at the World Championships. Was a really, really cool thing. I'm a state record holder as well for the 14 and 15-year-old age division. I'm on the Midwest Junior Elite Water Ski team for the last 5 years, and I'm on the Illinois State Water Ski team for the last 8 years.
Meeker is a part of the soccer and basketball teams at Blue Ridge High School. He's also a member of the CEO program and is the student council president. He explains how he's able to do all of that and still pursue water skiing.
Being in Illinois, it's a little bit hard to, water ski throughout the year because, the weather and all that. But during the summer, I really hit it hard. I work from around 8 to 2 every day, and then from 2 to 7 o'clock at night, I spend water skiing, coaching my friends, coaching myself, working on techniques, trying different things. And then as soon as school starts, sports pick up, and to me, cross-training is just a really big thing, and I don't want to miss out on that kind of high school life. So I really try to do balance water skiing and high school sports and everything I can to fulfill everything I want to do.
Meeker indicates nationals this year will be held in Lakeland, Florida. You can watch through the YouTube channel Water Broadcasting Company. The high school basketball season is nearing an end in Class 1A sectional championship action tonight. From the Salt Fork sectional to be played at Danville Area Community College, Hayworth and Lexington battle tonight at 7, and from the Effingham St. Anthony sectional, Arcola takes on Centralia Christ R. Rock Lutheran. Class 2A sectional championship action tonight. From Shelbyville, St. Joe Ogden takes on Teutopolis at 7. Class 3A sectional championship action tonight from the Lincoln sectional. It'll be Decatur MacArthur and Mount Zion. Tonight from Pontiac, Metamora, and Richwoods battle both at 7 o'clock. And tonight in 4A sectional championship action from Pekin, Quincy takes on Normal Community at 7 o'clock. It's the high school girls basketball state finals this weekend. Class 3A state semifinal action this morning at 9:30. Chatham-Glenwood takes on Hinsdale South, and Lincoln looks to make its second straight state championship appearance when they battle Lombard-Montini at 11:15. The winners will play at Redburn Arena this afternoon for the state championship. Daniel Suarez narrowly edged Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch in the closest finish in Atlanta Motor Speedway history for Suarez's second career victory in the Top Series. The winning margin, 0.003 seconds, is the third closest since 1993 when electronic scoring was implemented. Now, NASCAR moves the series cross-country to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the third race of the season. The victory came in career start number 253 for Suarez, whose other win came in June of 2022 at Sonoma. The race featured 10 cautions and an Atlanta record 48 lead changes. Todd Gilliland led 58 laps. The third-year driver had a combined 11 laps in his first two seasons, but he finished 26th. Daytona 500 winner William Byron won after starting second at last year's spring race in Vegas. Practice and qualifying is 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Race time is 2:30 on Sunday. Austin Hill won his second straight race to open the season, surging to the lead on an overtime restart when teammate Jesse Love ran out of gas in Atlanta. Hill enters the Xfinity Series race in Las Vegas as the defending winner from last year's spring race. He became the first driver since Tony Stewart in 2008 to win the first two Xfinity races of the season. Hill has won 3 of the last 4 Xfinity races in Atlanta and is halfway to his win total in 33 races last season. Love started on the pole, becoming the first driver to win the pole in his first 2 career starts. He led 157 laps and finished 12th. Georgia native Chandler Smith finished second, while New Zealander Shane Van Gisbergen was third. Practice and qualifying is 5:30 tonight. Race time is Saturday afternoon at 4. Kyle Busch moved to the lead when Grant Enfinger had tire problems with 6 laps to go and won in the Craftsman Truck Series for the 7th time at Atlanta last weekend. The victory for Busch was his 65th in the Truck Series, extending his own record and the 230th across NASCAR's 3 National Series. Busch drove for Spire Motorsports, who he sold his truck team to last year and will race 4 more times for the team this season. Ty Majeski was second, followed by Corey Heim, Taylor Gray, and Nick Sanchez, who won the season opener at Daytona. Busch won the pole in Vegas and rode to the win in the spring of last year. Practice and qualifying is 3:30 this afternoon. Race time is 8 o'clock tonight. Nathan McKinnon scored it with 2:28 left for his 100th point this season, and the Colorado Avalanche rolled to a 5-0 victory over the lowly Chicago Blackhawks Thursday night. Zach Parise had 2 goals and an assist for Colorado, who earned its second straight win. Russ Colton and Devin Taves scored. Justice Ainanen had 24 saves in his first career shutout in 9 NHL appearances. McKinnon scored his 36th goal when he sent a wrister between Peter Mrazek's legs. He also picked up his 64th assist on Colton's goal in the second. The 28-year-old, one of the frontrunners for the MVP, became the first player in Avalanche history with consecutive seasons of at least 100 points. He had 42 goals and 69 assists in 71 games last year. Last place, Chicago dropped to 5-20-4 in its last 29 games. Mrazek had 29 saves for the Blackhawks, who were shut out for the 8th time this season. The Blackhawks host the Blue Jackets on Saturday. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
New Chryslers and Jeeps in downtown Clinton. This is Will Daniels, General Manager